Hello, and welcome to Chesapeake Technologies training series videos titled SonarWiz Quick Start. This is the third video in this series, and in this video we will cover how to import data into SonarWiz. With SonarWiz open, go to the Post-Processing tab and click on the All-in-One Import button. This will bring up the Import dialog. In this window, we can import files from many different types of sonars and choose specific options based off the file types. The files I have shown here are preloaded because when I used the Get From File button to choose the coordinate system, SonarWiz remembered where those files were located and opened that folder. We have to do several things here, and in no particular order, but first I'm going to click on the File Specific Options button. Each one of these tabs represents a specific sonar file type or specific sonar file manufacturer. Each one of these tabs allows you to choose options or properties to be applied during the file's import. In this example, we will be importing XDF files, and on the XDF tab, the default settings are the correct settings for this data set. The all-in-one import dialog allows us to import files from one sonar or multiple sonars. Just check the box representing the sonar type that you're importing. The options button seen here allows us to choose which channels we want to import and if we want to downsample the across-track range. In this example, I'm going to set this to actual. Check the Import Spatial Reference ID. In this area, we are telling SonarWiz what coordinate systems were used when the files were collected, and this can be different than what your project coordinate system is set up in. We have several options. In the first option, we have WS84 geodetic. We're telling SonarWiz that the raw data is stored in latitude and longitude format using the WS84 ellipsoid. Project geodetic, we're telling SonarWiz that raw data is stored in latitude and longitude format using the same ellipsoid as the project. For project grid, we are telling SonarWiz that raw data is stored in easting and northing format using the same ellipsoid as the project. In this case, I'm going to select project geodetic. I'm going to highlight the files that I want to import. I could choose one, a couple, or all, and click Import. Once my files have imported correctly, I could go to the Color Palette window and choose a color option for the file in the Map window. At the top, we have to select which frequency and which type of data we are choosing to modify the color for. Beneath the histogram, we could select the color scheme that we wish to apply to the files in the map window. We could select one file, or we could group select multiple files and make these changes. In the bottom of the color window, we have a drop-down selection for the scale mode. We could choose auto combined, auto per file, or manual. Auto per file, the minimum and maximum color values will be set after examining only the data from this data set. A good stretch will be picked that represents most of the data properly. If we choose auto combined, in this mode, the minimum and maximum color value are set after examining all the data sets loaded into the project. These values selected represent a good fit to the loaded data. If all data sets are set to this mode, they will have the same color stretch assigned to them. And then in manual mode, the user can adjust the slider bars and choose the minimum and maximum color value manually. When in manual mode, you have these other three buttons, which are similar to the other options auto combined and auto per file. Oftentimes, scale to best will select a color option in manual mode to represent all of your files equally. Now that I have a color scheme that I am happy with, I can make adjustments and edits to the sonar file properties. Closely associated with the Project Explorer is the Properties window. Whenever an object is selected in the Project Explorer, the Properties window will display the associated settings and properties of the selected object. Properties are listed as name-value pairs in tabular format. Read-only property values are grayed out. Some properties have a checkbox or a control enabled in the table which you can interact with directly. You can make edits to files using the Properties window, like edits to navigation and projection, file position, and so on. For example, I'm going to zoom to this file in the map window. Then I'm going to change the heading input from those Toefish's sensor heading to course made good and click Save. In the map window, you'll see the changes take place immediately. Any change that you make in the Properties window, you must click the Save button in the Properties window for the changes to be executed. Now that we've covered importing files and choosing a color scheme, the next video will cover bottom tracking. Thanks for watching.